It's good to meet you.
Fine, how are you? I'm here.
This is your attorney, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Do you have a business card or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have a little.
They have a lot in there for $70 million. I don't know how much time.
What they got all of this? It's embarrassing.
Give me a call. I can get it.
Middle school, I think, upgrade,
It's $5.50. What'd you have at home?
$2 million.
Well, I don't know. I thought it was 20 till when I left. I'm sure that'd be gone more than that.
Maybe not. That's a long drive all the way up north of town.
We got a show. Pretty time conscious. I mean, I kind of live in Dodge.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Oh, we get, yeah. You get in my car, it'll be within a minute. About 3 months, we're busy.
Eh.
Is that all?
Well, you know, there's some, retailers that shows,
See nothing about that, do you?
Well, I didn't think I did. That's why I took a look.
I didn't see nothing.
I appreciate it. All right, thanks.
That might be on the city side.
Oh, I missed it. But sometimes I don't pay attention. Hate to see that. Nope.
Might be on this other one. I don't know anything about all this.
You got me. You guys are thinking about our conversation when you sit there. I was right in the middle of
See
it.
nothing?
Yeah. Well, it seemed like it had been on WIDA if there was anything. How do you say his name was? Root. That's right. Root.
I'm getting off on bidding. I had no idea
I
what.
think that's what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, well, I guess. I didn't think of it that way, no, but I mean, yeah.
There are moments where I'm sure that he looks at me and goes, she's saying,
Trying to read just.
And ours.
I understand, I understand. The paper I had you sign today,
I was, like the county, it's my man,
they don't want that on paper, they want you to sign it on paper. So,
Why didn't they
yeah.
tell me that the
I
other
said, that is totally, I said, are you serious? Jessica got one book for me when she went to the library.
Oh, she asked me if you was here a while ago.
no, no, no.
Then she called me back and she said, I got it printed, I sent you a new copy. I said, okay. And then she's like, I said, well, I won't see Josh until tonight to get him to sign. And she said, oh, I didn't remember. I said, yeah. And she said, oh, no, they have to come by here and put it on, sign it on the iPad. I said, oh, are you serious? I said, Anthony came by there. Well, but I didn't get it all uploaded. Anyway, so it's like, I said, well, that's not very convenient. And I said, you're the only bank that's making this. I was not very nice. Thinking I probably, I told her at the end, I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. I said, I didn't want to break you. But I said, that's not convenient in the lease. I said, then we're not all four in the same place. You know, we're not gonna all four come to the bank. at the same
You look back out of town.
I'll get by there one day.
So, don't worry, just get there when you get there.
It's gone here.
Well, I think I was 70 department shut down.
I don't.
He said to do what we did.
No. We don't have anything on that.
Well, I thumbed through that. I thought, I didn't see nothing. So I thumbed
No,
back through.
It's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's cold out there.
This lady at the American, we have
the bay.
Well, that's kind of what I said.
I've been there and done that
They're
way.
really, no,
No, 70,000 might be more than
yeah,
that.
so I just think that, I told them I would.
No, we don't want no more than that.
I said, I will let people look at it, but I think I'll probably just.
Does anybody else want to sign up for unscheduled public hearing?
Well, that's not my call. You know,
I mean, I'll let
it's
you,
not
I'll
my
let
call
you
for
have
it.
those emails.
Yeah, we're not interested. I've been there and done this
Okay.
years ago. Yes. That's how I run their property. Their wife told me that
No, she's deceased.
they wanted to buy our yard or something. I don't know.
Right,
He was asking me, and I
Right.
can't negotiate that way.
yeah.
I said, you know, I can't negotiate ocean liners or cell towers. I don't know the value of either one.
Right.
So we looked around, and found somewhere else. And I think a few days ago, I went up there. But anyway, but I watched him.
Shane Messenger called me. I guess Patrick's church wasn't starting, so he had to go pick him up.
Oh, well, I guess that's probably why she was calling Bob. He said, Patrick Seaton called me, but, yeah. So,
Why did you just call me?
Ken's the closest one to him.
I don't know.
He could have walked 20
I was
feet.
worried your house was on fire last night.
Why?
We had an attic fire directly behind you.
You did?
You did a great job. What time was it, Kelly? I don't even remember what time.
Right at 8 o'clock.
Hicks was already asleep.
He was already in bed. I don't think I was asleep.
About 8:30, I would have been there if it wasn't for that.
I mean, when I hit that bed, I might read for a half hour and I'll roll over and I'm, what's that
But
like?
he's up at 4 o'clock the next morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
I
pull
don't
it.
know that guy's name.
Can I give you?
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'll do it after.
Okay.
This is like for the WIDA signature on the bank stuff, to get us to sign.
Was it real windy?
You, me, and.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And,
Said at her house when she lived down at Whitehall.
Blue Sky Bank, we have a CD there.
It did.
It did.
They won't let us sign like this if it goes like this.
Well, it was doing it before it got dark, because Sherry looked out there and said, look at those trees. I mean, they were moving. You could hear it in the house.
Somewhere else, but, cause I thought I could print it out, and she said, oh, no, they have to come and find out.
What'd you say about the wind?
I was just wondering if it was windy here in town last night. I
What
didn't,
Lisa said, her
she said it was really, really windy out there.
it sounded like thunder.
It was windy, wasn't
Just the
it?
wind.
It was windy,
And there's,
so,
coming off
She said
that
out there.
pasture.
and then.
He died a long time ago, man.
I'll need a copy of your driver's license for both cars.
You wanted it, I'll just, it's in my desk.
That's fine, yeah. She needed her cell phone and address. I said, I can give you that, because I said the address, his address is different. You have one on file there, but it's different. It's your old address. So I added. Probably, yeah. That's the blue sky one.
I can't do
Yeah.
it, man.
Wanting you to DocuSign, but it's easier to go there and sign on your iPad.
Huh?
Cold out there, huh?
Oh, that wasn't me. I'm talking about
I don't
me
either,
instead
'cause I
of the
get
weather.
from your mayor one.
I can't get squared. Everywhere I've been today, I've been late.
I understand, yeah. So anyway, but I'll get you.
I had to do it. I had to get a little after my, this,
Does anybody else?
When that guy said, if you do that, nobody will look at your house. They'll see that, and
Right, and
they'll
I
say you
kinda-
go on, fit it
You
with
hear?
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wondered about stuff like that,
I don't know what to do about it.
You just come in? No, I ain't bad, man. I thought I was bad. I was late. Can't get nothing. I'm campaigning.
me and Patrick. Oh, make sure it was on.
yeah. Okay, Patrick.
You said you was being the detective?
Yeah.
Well, you checked on that? I'm not probably. Like what?
No, actually, I don't know.
I just came in too. I just came in and started.
I was just kept in cold. You know, my battery's gone or something like that. So
Something wrong with mine when I turned something on.
yeah, no, it literally try to start up like
That's Coke push
10 minutes,
tap around the
10
shoulder.
minutes before or 15 minutes
Was
before.
that Coke tap me or was that you tap?
By Coke. Oh, no worries, no worries, no.
So big, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man. I was rushing to get here. I didn't go get my ice.
It was 30, so I called him.
Kind of put you.
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah.
So I got all my books. Three, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I know, I was just thinking, it was just.
They did not call
Yeah, my,
Waving everybody.
there you go. Yeah, you can do that. Get out. Yeah, sounds good.
You want to take the
Well, you're going that. Yeah.
You're quite a ways out of my way.
Right. Yeah. It's quite a ways out of your way.
Said, why didn't you call me? I was like,
Well, I know. I was just.
you're like going, oh my God, I gotta call somebody.
No, because I tried to start my truck up like 20 minutes before, and then I was like, oh, and I know he's pretty early, and I'm like, he's going there right now. So, but he came and got me, rescued me just quick.
Come here a little early. I know you're gonna get here a little bit early.
I just.
I didn't get this ice.
It just needed some fresh batteries.
No comment.
Other than that, your day was going good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I waited 2:36, Sarah.
Wait in.
Can't believe it. Don't deserve it.
You did, not
Me.
dude.
Nothing's going.
Like I invested, I done dropped to 210. I've been hanging there.
Yeah.
Anybody else need an agenda?
I thought we were gonna do the, which one, we decided on that, I can't remember. You wanted to do it on the elephant first, right?
Good deal.
City, but, I mean, there are two.
You ain't gotta hide from me.
It doesn't really matter.
What do you think, Dan?
I think normally it's what we
Mr. Sampson?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
So let's just start with city tonight, and
Yeah,
then next time.
I
It
just
doesn't
got
matter
to
which
do
one
this
we start with, does it?
No, because they're all scheduled.
Yeah.
I've been asking her.
city has to approve something that somebody else did,
I went through my.
then we need it to be, that would be on first.
I just didn't know where
Give me
to start
this.
reading.
I just do the short one first. That's what I
Well,
do.
ruh-roh. It's okay, there's only. I thought you. I got. Yeah, you did.
Okay, okay.
Now let's go from there.
All right, everybody ready? Like to call the City of Wagoner regular business meeting January 6th at 6:04. Have Pastor James Clark here from the Trinity First Baptist Church to open us up. Get that microphone working on it?
I did, yes.
Father, we thank you, we love you, and we appreciate you for who you are. Thank you for allowing us to assemble ourselves in this civic meeting. And God, we ask that you would bless each and every one that is here on tonight. God, continue to crown our city officials, our mayor, and everyone who represents this great council with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Lord. Lord, that they may lead this great city. We thank you for how you have kept us and you have blessed this city all through 2024. And we thank you for how you're going to bless this city in 2025. We thank you how you're going to build this city economically and structurally. We thank you how you're going to open doors, Lord, for grants and finances to come in, Lord, to do meaningful things to bless the people of this city. As we bless you and we honor you, Lord, bless this city. Keep your hand upon this city. Protect this city. Let your spirit rest, rule, and abide here, Lord. And we thank you for every official. We thank you for our first responders, Lord, that you will continue to cover them, protect them as they protect this city and as they go throughout their day-to-day tasks. We love you and we honor you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Item number 3, consider approval of minutes December 2nd, 9th, and 30th, 2024.
I think I need a correction in mine.
Okay.
It might be on something else. Oh, it's on the, this is for, okay, this is, we know, this just.
This is city. Yes.
It's so fine.
Is it fine? Okay.
Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Jimmy you made the motion, didn't you? Oh, sorry.
Who was my second?
Larry,
Sorry.
please call the roll.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 4, consider approval or denial of claims for December 2024 to include numbers 107 through 124, which are manual warrants, ambulance to include numbers 71 through 84, manual warrants, economic development funds, number 12 and 14.
I have a question on Economic Development Fund. We have that $11,971 and then the $4,600 for the barriers. Are we responsible for that bill?
The barriers we purchased.
Okay.
We're purchasing them tonight.
Okay, so something that
So
we're
I
gonna keep.
believe, I'm trying to remember, I think it was 145 roughly, those barriers. We had that Hogan equipment over there in Porter, across from the Peach Barn. I happened to see that he was selling those, and me and Thomas were actually going to look at them last week. Well, the night of the fire, I called him. He'd already left. He said he'd come back, and I sent Thomas down there to get them.
So we're gonna keep
So
those.
that's gonna save us. We'll be able to use those for events. Also,
Yeah.
we've been renting barrier like this construction we've been doing right here on the stormwater. We've had to rent it. Well, from here on out, we won't have to rent it anymore. It'll be ours.
Okay. And on number 13, the emergency demolition, is that ours?
That is ours.
The bite?
Well, that is for the building on South Main.
Yeah, the one that got,
From the storm.
yeah. Okay. Did we ever find out who gave authority to demolish that?
So that's under investigation.
Okay. I just didn't want to just slip up and we not get it taken care of. Okay.
Any other discussion?
Nope. No,
Enter-
I have.
Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and several seconds.
Yeah, I'll just pick one.
Please call the roll.
Wright.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 5 is the mayor's report.
Whew. what a rough one. It's been a rough couple of weeks for the city of Wagoner. I ask that we continue to keep Brenda's family in our thoughts and prayers. She will be dearly missed. I wish I could hear her laugh just one more time. I'm thinking about just calling her daughter Summer all the time, because if you talk to her on the phone, you can't tell if it's her or Brenda. I'm greatly going to miss her. It's going to be big shoes to fill. Also, I'd like to personally thank all the departments that responded to the downtown fire. OK, Hulbert, Fort Gibson, Pryor, Broken Arrow, Whitehorn, Toppers, Stone Bluff, Taylor's Ferry, Flat Rock, and Wagoner Fire Departments. Also, Muskogee County Emergency Management, City of Muskogee Emergency Management, Muskogee County EMS, GRDA, Mays County Emergency Management, Mays County EMS, Cherokee Nation Emergency Management, Muskogee Creek Nation Light Horse, Wagoner EMS, Wagoner County Sheriff's Department. We also had several city departments respond to it. I think Joe is actually the person that found the fire. He called Kelly to let him know. You know, our police department, our electrical crew was there, our street department, water department, so many, our water plant. I mean, those guys were working around the clock. Finally, when I got a little bit of a break, I hollered at Eric to call Jody to see how we were doing on water, and we did really good. I'd like to thank the citizens for helping us by conserving water during the fire, and I'd also like to give a really big thanks. We had 3 retired firefighters come out to help on that, and that was Mike Cagle, Jeff Hamilton, and David Morrison. Maybe we can get a couple of them back after that. We're hoping. Yeah, absolutely. They all deserve that. We kind of knew where we were at, and Kelly and them made a plan, and we planned where we were going to stop it, and that's where we stopped it. So I was extremely proud of how we handled that fire. It was brutal. I'm telling you, it whooped me. It made me think about retiring. And also, another thing that we've been working hard on is me and Lori and Ken have been working on the job descriptions and the policies on the city superintendent and the public works superintendent. And I should have probably put this on the agenda, but I would kind of like to ask you all about it. My personal feeling is I think we can get more bang for our buck if we hire one person to do both jobs. Kind of like to get some of y'all's feedback on that. I would also like to do a contract with that person. But the contracts later on, how do you all feel about just one person doing both jobs?
Been like that for years, hasn't it? Yep.
Quite a few. So that's the route I'd like to go, because say we could get a person, let's say we could get a person to do it for $90,000 and then do both of them, and then I'm just theoretically throwing numbers, and instead if we had to hire 2 at $75,000 a piece plus benefits, and it's going to cost us a lot more. I think we'd be able to get a lot better person, more bang for our buck just doing one. So we've been working on that. We also, you'll notice in the WEDA part, we also did a appraisal on some land. There's a bill for that. We have some interest in some of our land. for a restaurant. So, we're working with those folks to try to get them to come. And that's all I have to report for last month. Thank you.
Item number 6, consider approval of a resolution calling for the election of officers or take other action.
Any discussion? Is everybody clear what this is? Okay.
So move.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Item number 7, consider approval of ordinance number 976, an ordinance establishing the salary of the city treasurer of the city of Wagoner, Oklahoma, repealing all ordinances in conflict therewith, and declaring an emergency or take other action.
I'd like to make a motion to, before I want to approve this, to find out, clarify what the job descriptions is and the hours, because on OML,
City treasurer's elected.
I know what it is, but the
So,
salary.
I don't think there is any hours
It's-
required.
It's, well, required, but on OML, we haven't did a salary survey since 2022. So, and they had where people have community of 10,000 or greater that makes less than our city treasurer. So that's my personal opinion.
So what do you want your motion to be?
We have to set this salary before the election, and we have to take this stuff to the election board.
That, I mean, this is how it was before I took office.
Yeah, I know,
You remember
yeah,
that?
but okay, like our salaries, I'm not saying people don't deserve it or whatever, but
What was it, a 3%?
It's a 3%, the same thing we did for the mayor, the clerk, and the chief of police. The city treasurer's job is set by statute. What they do is set by statute, that they deposit daily. This requires a person to be available every day that we're open to come down there, whoever, and it's not the person in the position, you're just voting a raise for that position, whomever it
Yep.
is. But they are daily required to come in and make deposits. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's 3, depending on how much work there is. But this sets that salary for the next 4 years for whoever holds that position. And they do a whole lot more than take that daily deposit, but that's the main thing that they do.
I think the job description would be in the statute, would it not?
The statute says that they deposit daily into depositories that are designated by the council, which are the banks that we have money in.
Because she doesn't even have an office.
yeah, I know that.
I mean, and being elected, like the mayor, for instance, I don't ever even Bob, I mean, me, Bob, Rhonda, I don't know, Rhonda's might be a tad bit different, but we don't even have to show up. We could literally
Right.
take a
That's
four-year
absolutely correct.
paycheck and never even come down here except to the meeting.
Well, that should be changed then.
But that's the statute, I mean.
But I'm just saying that I looked at the city treasurer for like bigger towns and we have.
But are they set up on the same system as us?
It's like Tahlequah is automatic, but they have a charter, they just the only thing different. And their treasurer is 13,000. But, I mean, that's just me. I mean, if everybody else don't agree or whatever, but I'm just saying that you talking about cut the fat, well, that's, a lot right there if you look at it. This person's making more than a part-time worker is, the full-time worker at the park department is slaving every day for 8 hours a day.
So what do you want your motion to be?
We have to set the salary tonight.
We have to set the salary, yeah.
Was, she can make a motion though, I mean,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm asking you what you want your motion to be. Do you want the salary to be different?
I think the salary should be different, in my opinion.
What was it before? Just a 3%?
It's 3%, yes, 3% per year.
Cost of living.
It's basically what we did as cost of living for the employees, is 3%.
Because our salary, I mean, whoever did our little upgrade thing for, in Arkansas, you know, OML does that, which, you know, we got the wrong clarification, that they didn't. But it was, I got the whole thing of all the towns, but Widener was nowhere listed, nowhere.
Rhonda, when does this have to be turned in by?
Let me look, I have that paperwork.
I mean,
February 3rd is the,
no, I thought, isn't that March?
Well,
Yeah.
it's in April,
What?
but the
Filing.
filing is in third.
The filing period is the first Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of February. I do have paperwork they sent me. I just have to find it. Everything has to be to the election board no later than January 17th.
My opinion is, somebody was elected to an office that made X amount of dollars. And then we're gonna come in and cut that, just hypothetically, from $20,000 to $10,000. Your average person's gonna say, mm-mm, you know. But I just can't imagine coming in and something drastic like that, I mean, with no due cause. I mean, if the person's not doing their job, or we've had a lot of complaints or a lot of issues, not even complaints, but issues. Maybe, you know, something needs to be done. It's an elected official. I just,
The current salary, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Current salary is $22,802.63.
802.63.
Yes. And then taking 3% each year is where the increase goes.
So do you,
is this the same like 3%, like if for all part-time workers?
yeah, it's the exact
Yeah.
same.
It's the cost of living adjustment we did for the part-time workers, and it's the same cost of living adjustment we did on the last
And they get
resolution.
insurance?
No. Yes, she gets insurance, yes.
So they get insurance, but do other part-time workers get insurance, or they just get telehealth?
No, well,
I mean, they're
you're
voted,
you're
I know,
looking at it wrong.
I'm looking at it different, but I'm just curious.
That's like I get health insurance
Yes.
through the city. Now, our hired part-time employees, they receive telehealth, which I'm glad we offer them. So what do you,
Let's go with whatever you think.
well, I only get the cost.
I mean, whatever they.
I won't even get to vote. So it's not what I think.
Whenever y'all increased 3% on the police chief and your job, was it left out because her election wasn't up then?
Yes, it's on a different, the
That's
other
mine.
opposite election cycle, yes.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion if y'all take it,
Well, I don't know what we need to do. Gayla started the motion.
okay?
Go ahead and let Shane make the motion.
Okay.
Make a
wanna say
motion to
something,
approve,
Ken?
976.
What was that motion, sir?
You made a
To
motion
approve, he
it.
made a motion to approve this ordinance.
976.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 8, consider ending the probation period on the following employee for the police department, Jamie Powell.
Go ahead, Bob. I don't know if you tried to hit a button on that.
It's green.
You're on.
I'm assuming it's working. Yes, Jamie Powell's been with us for 6 months. Obviously, he's a previous employee. He's been doing a great job for us. And I would recommend that we remove him from probation effective today's date at a pay rate of $21.71 an hour.
$21.71?
Correct.
No change?
No change, correct.
Thank you.
I make that motion to approve J.D. Powell, 2171.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Just tell him he's gotta start wearing some OU gear.
Item number 9, consider accepting a bid and entering into a contract with Tectone Builders in the amount of $149,346 for pavilions at Lincoln and Dunbar Parks per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, consulting engineers, or take other action.
Go ahead, Dale.
December the 19th, we received bids for the pavilions at the parks. We had 3 contractors that received plans, and we only had 1 that submitted a bid. Their bid was $129,346 for both pavilions.
And just to be clear, this is better than what we started with. This is a red iron building.
Okay, is this the concrete, the everything?
So this
for
is
the
them
building?
coming in. Dale, correct me if I'm wrong, but they actually are gonna take off 8 inches or a foot of dirt.
A foot of dirt because of the soil conditions out there.
Yeah. So do that, the concrete, and then a red iron.
And this is engineer structure, just like Mueller, right? The one that we.
Now, I
looked
believe,
into. Or is it?
correct me if I'm wrong, is this still coming from Mueller?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's up to the contractor.
But it will be stamped, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would be something that we review and either approve or just what you see.
Is your mic on?
I believe it is.
Give her a tap. No?
There we go.
Hey, Kenneth's talking to you, Dale.
That's correct. This is just the contractor's bid. So it'll be 5,000 more.
5,000 for both of them, or 5,000 apiece? Is it,
For both of them.
so he's charging us 5,000?
No, me.
Oh, you charging
Yes.
5,000?
Yes, the council approved that back when we started this project. I just didn't want you to think that that was the entire budget for the project. It's that plus 5,000.
And the other 2 did not bid, I mean, give their bids at all, right? So to say, the other 2 did not submit their bids.
They did not.
This was the only one. Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 10, consider entering into a lease agreement with Enterprise Fleet Management for 4 2025 Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicles or take other action.
So this should be the last 4 vehicles that we have to get our fleet, police cars. The oldest we'll have is a 2017, so that's pretty good.
Those will be, full car, reserve cars. Everybody will be couldn't get it to work. This will take care of everybody that is actually working. The 2017s will be used for pool cars or for reserves, in case we have some in for maintenance or something of that nature. But anybody and everybody that's actually assigned a vehicle will be in either a truck or one of the SUVs.
Those trucks are they 22s?
Yeah, the trucks are 22s.
I'm pretty excited about that.
So are
Police
we,
department and that.
are we getting trucks again, or are we getting SUVs?
No, they'll be,
Thank God.
SUVs, right?
yeah, it's the SUVs that are similar, same color and everything as the ones that we've got now. Along with that, we will have the last 2 Durangos and the 1 Tahoe that we will be able to put up for auction as well
So
to
there's-
recoup.
There's 3 more.
There's 3 more
that
vehicles
will
that,
surplus.
correct.
'Cause, I don't know the exact numbers, but I believe we made a little over 30,000 from those ones that we have surplused already.
Well, I would like to have the ones like you doing this Purple Wave or whatever. I would like to have that in our budget, where it is how much it was and how much everything, instead of telling me what it is, I want to see it.
What do you mean?
You know, like right here, you should have approval for Purple Wave on certain vehicle for certain amount. I mean, it should be known to us, you know.
What?
I mean, like,
That's an auction.
I know it's
You
an
can't
auction,
know
but you
what the
can put it
amount
on there. I mean, after you went
You
to
want to
the
know how
auction.
much we made off of
Exactly,
them
after,
when we
yeah,
get the,
yes,
okay.
yes.
It's in the financials.
Well, I know where it is. I want to see it right here.
We can get
You
a
know.
copy for you.
Well, I'm just telling you for future references. This is what I would like, please. And I'd also like to know how much over mileage charge have we went into? I see where it says .06 over mileage charge. Are we doing a lot, or is it okay, or what? You know, like over a certain amount. I don't know how many miles
Are
they
you
give
talking
us.
about
For the lease.
Okay,
Yeah,
just for the
yeah,
lease?
yeah, because they give us so many miles for leasing. I just didn't know how much we went over the lease amount. I'm not for sure. So it's about, okay, good. I just happened to see that, and I just thought I'd ask.
Those numbers are different because different vehicles, some are patrol vehicles, some are investigators, some live out of town, some live in town.
So it kind of balance out.
The mileage is gonna be different.
Any further discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes,
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 11 is unscheduled public appearances.
Well, it was Nate, but he just walked out. Where'd he? Okay. You are.
All right. So let me start by thanking you all for letting me speak today. Regardless of how far I get into this and how long you allow me to talk.
Yeah, you might have to
It is.
adjust that.
I'll try to keep it short, because most of y'all know I can be long-winded. Also, I could talk all day and all day about Miss Brenda, all day. And also, I speak for myself. I don't speak for anybody else in any of the family members, just myself. I believe EMS should have advised, shouldn't have advised anyone to go to bed. You most likely have COVID without doing any vitals and checking anything the first time, especially after the second time led where we're at right now. So the lack of care, I believe, needs to be looked at, and the structure of the EMS, especially to follow by state law. I mean, you have to have someone sign saying they don't want to go to the hospital. You can't just not take them. I believe it could have been a different story, a different situation with properly trained individuals. And I don't even know who these individuals are, but the situation could have been completely different. What are the requirements of EMS is my question. I'm going to look into that over the next month. After talking with a few folks around town, I believe EMS is an issue, unfortunately, for the Scroggins family for sure, and also so many more. I strongly encourage you to look into that system and restructure it to fit the needs of the town, or at least the very least the legal system. Let's see. Wagoner Hospital COVID numbers, we always hear they're down. Sometimes they're up a little bit, but most of the time they're down. And in my opinion, that could be because folks don't make it to the hospital because they get told go back to bed. We have to keep Wagoner safe, and this is not how you do that. This should not be our reality at all. I shouldn't be here. Be quiet in the back sounds great. Let's see. I've asked for 3 months for the lines downtown, and the only reason I'm saying this is because Brenda would always say to me, have you put in a work order? Have you put in a work order? Is so many times, because, you know, it's a small town, so you think you can talk to whoever and, you know, and just advise to do this or that, you know, or ask, or you need parking lot stripes. The week after I've requested the first time, then we're doing a public safety class in the Civic Center. Public safety, but we can't put lines on the street. Parking lots, put parking lines. You can't put lines in the middle of the road. There's people parking wherever down there.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but Nate, you signed up to speak about Brenda.
Right. I'm getting there.
Okay.
But number 2 says you can't talk, right? No, was that number 3? Number 3. Mayor's not recognized to any speaker.
I
Also,
don't
number
have to
2
recognize you.
Number
That's
2,
what
you
it is.
might change 5:30 from 6:30 and 6:45 to 5:30 and 5:45 because those are the wrong times, so that's not even right. And I'm really close to being done.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep it very calm, which is, I thought, good so far. Anyway, Brenda had a thought process that you always put in a work order, you always do it the right way, you always go about things the right way. And so that was my little story about why and how I found that out. Let's see. And Brenda, Mr. Mayor, Brenda always mentioned and was saying, we got to get him out of the broom closet. She wanted a bigger office for you. She wanted something for you. And she's telling me that, you know. Get yourself out of there. We're way past a public safety issue on that street lines, I think. Change your times on there. That's it. Thank you all for allowing me to talk and to give me this time. I appreciate it.
Welcome. That was the only unscheduled public appearance.
Item number 12 is departmental reports.
Bob, since you have a microphone right there, I'll let you start.
Okay, I'd like to start with, we took a total of 1,700 calls for service last month. We booked in 23 different people. We had 15 accidents. We had 15 what we consider larcenies or thefts. Majority of that was shoplifting. On December the 12th, we had the privilege of being able to do Shop with a Cop for the 4th year in a row. We were able to have 19 kids this year, the most that we've ever had. And I will tell you that it's an extremely heart-touching opportunity for us that I believe is becoming probably the highlight of our year as far as community service events. Not sure if it's that. Yeah, I'd say that. And then secondly, National Night Out. So, not a bad month. And got to really do some enjoyable things with those kids. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Moore, I couldn't see you behind Kelly. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and let you go next.
Good evening. I'm Brandy with the hospital. And our departmental reports, our finances are there for your review. I did bring one of our most recent newsletters. There's all kinds of stuff that we've been doing at the hospital and improving things, so that's for your reading pleasure. One of the things that Jimmy wanted me to mention is that the hospital did receive a performance award last month. So there's an agency called Chartis that looks at patient outcomes, satisfaction, just various different factors. They are targeted towards small rural hospitals. It's not a popularity vote. You don't nominate yourself. It's all outcomes-based. Most of that is tracked through the electronic health record system. So if a patient discharges from us and readmits to Tulsa, they know about it because of digital. So by calculating all of that, the hospital is performed in the top 25% of nationwide hospitals for patient outcomes, and we were recognized for that this past month. So, you know, little old hospital in Wagoner, but we've been doing a lot of work to improve patient outcomes and our care delivery, and it was nice to receive that award and be recognized.
Fantastic.
So how many COVID patients y'all have out there now?
I have none inpatient right now, but our numbers are increasing as far as outpatient testing, and that's for RSV and flu as well.
Whooping cough?
I haven't seen any of it test positive for.
Anything else? Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Jim, you want to go next?
We also had a busy month. Sorry. I want to let you know some good news. We were donated an ambulance from Johnson County out by out in the Panhandle. I'm sorry, no, I'm blank. And we went out last week and got it, brought it back. It's really nice for us. It was donated to us. So we're working on taking the stripes off of it now, so we have it wrapped and it'll match the rest of our fleet. Heartland Medical is taking over now, effective January 1. They're our new med control. We're working on changing everything over, all of our documentation, paperwork, everything, narcotics, all that is being revamped. And they're effective January 1, we are now in service. Anthony. Basically, we're staying busy. Any questions anyone has?
Thanks, Jim. Kelly?
Well, you know we were busy.
We had another structure fire last night, so up in your neighborhood, but we're also, they're heading to Nebraska right now to pick up our truck. We're hoping that they get through there, you know. We talked about what the weather's gonna be, but they still picked their date, so we have, Jimmy and James McMahon, they're heading that way to bring it back, so.
3 years, it's been 3 years?
No, 2.
About two, a little over 2.
It was my
Yeah.
first budget.
See, we've been talking about it for a long time.
Oh, yeah, we've been talking, it took a long time to get that truck. It took a long time to get the cab and chassis, which we knew what was going on then, you know. We knew it was gonna take time, but, you know, I just wanna extend what he said to all the departments, you know, and we built, like our emergency management and our Wagoner County Fire Departments, we've worked on them for years. I mean, this isn't something we just started, and especially our emergency management.
it's been worked on for years. And I go to the conferences, some of the conferences for emergency management, we probably have one of the best ones in the country, right here in Wagoner County. You know, and that, when that came up, I made a phone call, talked to one on the phone, talked to one in person, told everything I wanted, and I don't have to worry about it after that. You know, they also have an air truck, so they come over when we have structure fires a lot of times. They fill our air bottles right there. We don't have to run back station, you know, and try to fill them up if we need them longer. They had a fuel truck there for us, so, you know, and I've called some of the chiefs from the departments. I'm gonna call the rest of them and tell them thank you personally, you know, for coming over. We also, you know, Pryor was here and Broken Arrow had a ladder truck at here, so we had three ladder trucks set up on that building, and Wagoner County Emergency Management, they put a drone up, and then for Pryor's truck, all the controls are at the bottom, so you can have the boom extended above the roof and the nozzle, but you can't see, you know, really what you're spraying. So they put the drone tablet up there, put the drone up there, he could see everything where he needed to spray. And what we had to do was, we had to keep it from spreading on that roof, and so he had to hit different spots at different times, so once we put that drone up there, made it simple for him. Broken Arrow's easy because they had their platform, you know, so they had guys up on top. You know, but like I say, we had a plan where we could stop it at. We first rode up on it, we made an entry into AJ's door that leads upstairs, and the smoke came out, was a dark, real dark yellow smoke, and it pushed out on the sidewalk. Told me right then what I needed to know. And I was right at the point of letting somebody enter the building or not, but the guys I had there, they have a lot of experience in firefighting, very well trained. They made an entry, went up there, and they tried to knock it down. They just couldn't get enough water to it. And so then we pulled back and we put the ladder trucks in place. And so we stopped it where we wanted to, so that was a plan, and the plan worked. But we sure appreciate the way, something we've built in Wagoner County and around our area, you know, it really pays off for. That shows right there how many people showed up.
You know what started?
We'll probably never
That's under
say.
investigation.
It is under investigation, but it's hard to say, even though we can think we know what started it, if we can't absolutely say, I seen that do that, you know. We had a fire last night, we had last night, we found electrical cords in the attic that had been chewed up either by rats or by squirrels. That's right there where the board burned. You know, so that's a pretty good tell, we can say what it is. We had another house fire over here, we found where they drilled through the electrical cord in the wall. You know, and that's where it started on the board and started burning. That's where we can say. You know, so until we find something like that, like I say, my report's not done yet, but it'll come out with what I can find and say for sure. The main thing we look for is to make sure we don't think there was any kind of mischief in it, anybody done anything on purpose. That's the main thing I look for. The rest of that is kind of up to the insurance companies and stuff like that to figure out. Any more questions?
I'd also like to thank all the volunteers that went and removed everything from the museum, and also all of our citizens that offered bottled water, and restaurants that were supporting us and helping us during all of it. So,
yeah, I'm telling you, people come together like crazy. We had food everywhere. We had everything we needed. So, you know, and we kept check on water, and every time I checked on the water, I had one guy, that's all he was doing. Every time I turned to him, he was telling me, we're still good. Well, Joe was there, so one thing. So Joe kept feeding me information, and somebody else was too. Somebody else was calling the water plant, and they were asking him how it was going. So I'm constantly in that, where I'm at right there, getting all that information. Any other questions? And the main thing is nobody got hurt.
that's it.
So that's the main thing. When we send somebody in a building like that, that's a very dangerous time. So when they were called out, they knew they needed to come out. And our new ladder truck we got worked great. So thank you all.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, Kelly.
I think that's all we have for the city.
What about some playground equipment? I asked about a couple weeks ago and nobody ever responded. Some Discovery Center.
Or
I heard it's
Lincoln.
in a building put back.
Oh, I skipped Peters. Yeah, you can, I think we're waiting on better weather.
Yeah, let's hear you. Use that microphone, let's hear you.
I'll give you a little report. This last month, we put 165 displays out. The city of Wagoner owns $208,000 worth of Christmas lights. $90,000 of them have been purchased by GRDA and the citizens of Wagoner. We couldn't put them out by ourselves. We have to have help with electric. The line crew has to put the snowflakes up. Stormwater, the street department, the water department, the wastewater department all helped with it. As far as that playground equipment, we'll be putting that up in February. It's a little bit cold right now, but we'll put it up, and we'll put it up ourselves, okay?
Do we already have the border?
Yes, we do.
That's what I
We have
thought.
everything we need, with the exception of the mulch that we put in.
Okay.
We'll have to buy some more mulch.
And if, where is the swings for North Court?
I've got them ordered and on back.
Okay, I talked to the guy last night, and he said.
What
that
guy?
The guy that put the swings up.
Oh,
We
Jacob.
should have every swing that it was. He gave it to the park person. He don't know which one, but he's, because I went by there last night and took pictures and wondered why the two kid ones wasn't put up. And he told me that he gave all the swing sets,
I don't think we went with those.
yeah, to whatever, all swing sets, they're supposed to be
I-
to the swings he had given.
I don't think we
Given.
used any of those seats that he gave us.
Well, we got, okay, North Park got 3 kiddie ones, and
I don't have any swing sets.
He,
American
he,
Park,
he gave all those to me. I don't remember him giving me any on the last one. The very first time he came down here,
that was Lincoln.
yeah, and he gave those to me, and I gave those to Todd. He put them in the, up there at the Christmas warehouse, but I don't think we used any of them because we wanted a better quality plastic material.
Okay, so how much these swings are costing?
you know, I really can't tell you, but I've got them on order. I think they're like $70 a piece.
That's about what he said, that they would cost if we had to order them.
Well, exactly right, but they're a different kind, and
Yeah,
Sure.
and I think me and him had even talked about that when he came. I think he told me you probably wanted to buy better quality, but he said these come with them, so they're yours.
I just want to make sure, because I drove by there, I just wondered why they was not put up. If we pay for them, then we should have them, you know? I didn't want to pay for something and he didn't give it to us. I just want to make sure that, and when I talked to him, he said he did, so that's why I asked.
all I know is I've ordered them. They should have been here several, 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they're not. But I'll make a call tomorrow and find out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to add, y'all done a good job on your Christmas displays.
Well, thank
All
you very
entire
much.
city people. Everybody was involved, electric, street.
Looked really good.
Okay.
Y'all done good.
Well, my guys worked really hard at repairing them, and some of those Christmas decorations are 31 years old, and we were able to keep them 99% time lit. Okay? Thank you all.
I think you had a concert downtown. I see more cars just parked there listening to music.
Well,
I did have a phone call from a upset nephew. He said you didn't have Alvin and the Chipmunks singing on them light bulbs this year.
well, we'll get that done next year.
Thank you.
Hey, Janie Thomas, I know you all just kind of walked in. I hate to put you on the spot. Can you give a library report, Janie? Yes, please. We've been doing a lot on the library, I feel like, so this would be a good report.
Oh. Well, we got our roof done, we got the AC done, or am I good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And we have a little problem with the AC, but Dale's already made a phone call. They'll come hopefully tomorrow and figure out what it is. The mayor and I have spoke, and the lights on the front and the back of our building have stopped working. So we have an electrician coming hopefully this week to see if we can't figure out why. The flagpole light still comes on and they're all on the same timer. We got notification that our state aid money has been approved, and the mayor and I have discussed how we're going to spend that. And I'll give you more details as I have the stuff. It just came in this week. Heather's already started working on the summer reading program. And and we're working on getting the hole repaired in the hallway. So I think we're back on the way to getting the library put back together right. I missed anything?
No, I think you nailed it.
And all of our costumes are put away, and those that aren't are being washed. So from the parade.
Are we gonna replace some?
We are. I've started looking to see what I can find, because I don't want to order something of not good
Right,
quality, so.
right.
um,
How many do you have that need to be replaced? Do
Well,
you
some
know
of
yet?
it's not a replace quite this year, it's a purchase so that we can add to, but they will be. I've made repairs. I've got some I've been working on, like the elastic starts to wear out or stretch, and if I can repair them, we've been repairing them.
Okay.
So I'm learning to sew on the go.
Fantastic.
I just want to make notation that next year I want to be a cartoon character walking in the parade.
Okay? We can sure take care of that. I know the lady that makes the list. All right, anything else? Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Thomas, will you give a street report?
Oh, you can't.
Okay. Yeah, I know it.
Our biggest thing has been this month is leaves. Everybody taking leaf blowers and blowing them out to the ditch. When it rains, then the water can't go nowhere, and we're kind of at a standstill on our stormwater project out here right now until we get a water line lowered. They're in the process of working on that. Fighting the cold weather, and glad we didn't get any ice and snow. About all I got, unless y'all got some questions.
Hey, how many of them barriers did we get? I've asked you about 20 times. I can't remember.
48?
145?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe 140. Yeah, 148?
144 then.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I really think they will come in handy for a whole lot of things.
We was talking about it earlier, and I told them we'll be able to use it for a lot of things,
Yeah.
so.
Crowd control, festivals, construction, and they're light, and one person can handle them, and they'll come in handy.
And to be honest, I think we got a really good deal on them.
Yeah, for that price.
40 apiece.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's everything on departmental reports.
Item number 13 is adjournment.
So made.
Have a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 6:58. Can we do
Let me just find my right pages.
I'd like to call the City of Wagoner Economic Development Authority regular business meeting January 6th at 6:58.
Item number 1 is consider approval of minutes December 2nd, 2024.
Okay, on number 3, there's a correction. I had a no on that.
I'm sorry, item number 3.
Yes, ma'am.
You voted no? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make that correction.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Entertain a motion.
We'll move.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 2, consider approval or denial of claims for December 2024 to include numbers 1 and 2.
Any discussion?
This appraisal company, is this the one we used on all of them that appraised the other properties?
So-
Compro?
Yes, we use them to appraise the property out there in front of Walmart.
Okay. I was just checking. They from Tulsa?
Tulsa, Broken Arrow, that area.
All right.
So move.
Have a-
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Item number 3, consider accepting and approving the City of Wagoner Economic Development Authority audit for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023. Hood and Associates CPAs, PC, or take other action.
Go ahead, Violet.
Okay, I think everybody has a copy of the report there with them. And we're going to start on page 1. And this is what your audit for your fiscal year ended June 30th, 2023 for the Wagoner Economic Development Authority. It was conducted in accordance with government auditing standards and regular auditing standards. In our opinion, your financial statements at that time were presented fairly in all material respects as of that date. So we're going to go over to page 3. And this is another audit report on the internal control over the financial reporting and compliance with laws and regulations. And with an audit, we look at the internal controls over receipts and expenditures and compliance with any kind of agreements that are in place. And we had nothing to disclose to you on those items that were tested. So we're going to go over to page 7, which starts the financial statements. The first part there is just some narrative information about the financial statements. So page 7 is a statement of net position, and this basically is a balance sheet. And it's got your total assets were $1,405,791 at that date, which included your cash and cash equivalents, your net property and equipment after depreciation, and the notes receivable of $133,000. We had liabilities and net positions. We didn't have anything as far as current liabilities as of that date, and then that brings your net position or equity as of that date was $1,405,791. And of that amount, $625,445 is not liquid money that can be used for operations. So the cash equity that would, or that liquid equity is $780,346. So we're going to go to page 8, which is the statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position. It's basically an income statement. It starts with your operating revenues of $5,622. Total expenses were $114,003, which $101,706 of that was depreciation on the assets. And then we go down to non-operating income and expenses. We have the transfers in from the city of $91,332 and the interest income of $2,717. But overall for the year, we had a net loss of $14,332. So the equity at the beginning of the year was the $1,420,000. We ended with that net equity at the end of the year, $1,405,000. Page 9 is a statement of cash flows report. This basically shows you where money was used or provided. And we had net cash provided by operating activities was a negative $89,083. Transfers in $91,000, the interest income, and then we purchased some capital assets of $25,657. So we had an overall cash decrease $20,691. The bottom just shows you your net operations loss of $108,381, and we add back the depreciation expense and notes receivable changes. Page 10, this starts the notes to the financial statements, and the first few pages are accounting policies and procedures that have been in place since the authority was developed. So we're going to go over to page 13, where we start the actual any kind of changes for the current year on the notes to the financial statements on funds. So changes in capital assets, again, we had the $25,657,000 addition. And then we had the depreciable assets, $162,018. We had the notes receivable with the mortgage agreement that was originally $140,000. We were receiving payments on that, and I was told that as it was paid off before the funds were brought into the city. So in October of this year, I believe. Subsequent events, we didn't have anything to disclose to you on 6/30/23 to be disclosed. And the last page, page 14, is the schedule of audit findings. In prior year, we had no audit findings, and this year, we didn't have any of the items that we tested.
Okay, when was you aware that the 140 was paid off, was been paid off?
Tim,
Supposedly.
did you say? Yeah.
When?
It was October or
Of 2024?
you remember the date?
Is it 2024?
2024.
It was not paid off.
No, it was not.
It was not paid off.
No, we signed a release. Where to start? The closing agent requested a release of mortgage and a payoff statement. We provided that. I didn't hear back from them for what I consider to be a long enough time, so I contacted the closing agent, and the sale busted. In other words, the sale did not take place, and so the noted mortgage was not paid.
Okay, so that was just gonna be, so I know that we'll have another full year as an authority, separate authority like we did, and then coming into 24, 25, that's gonna be part of the city audit.
That's right, that's all
So-
24 stuff, yeah.
So is that, I guess we have to determine when that comes into the city, you need to determine on what you're gonna do with that loan. Is that gonna be still carried into the city as a receivable, or is the authority gonna do something with that loan of how you're gonna handle that going forward? Have you all discussed, since that fell through, what that's gonna take place on that?
No, we haven't. I mean, I don't make those kind of decisions, but the authority is still the authority. We just have different officers of the
Right.
authority at this point in time.
So it'll still be on
I can't
the,
imagine it would be transferred to the city, but.
yeah, it,
Now, you're talking about had we canceled that authority and formed a new authority.
no, I wasn't saying that.
I know, that didn't happen. That was discussed, but it didn't happen.
Okay. So it's still gonna be a separate authority in 24, 25?
It's still the same authority.
You're just trying to figure out if this 140 should be in the WIDO or in the city.
Right, yeah. So apparently what he's saying is that at 24, 25, it'll still have its separate set of books, and then the city will have its EDA fund, so. So we will, I don't know if there will be any time when that all goes together or not.
Okay. Well, I was getting ready to say, I know that's correct.
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out.
And we thought we were gonna get that note mortgage paid, but I guess the sale did not take place, and so the mortgagor did not pay the note mortgage.
Don't we think we just should just null and void that and just take property back?
No. I don't think-
I mean, if you can't pay $583 a month, Jesus Christ.
Well, it went down a little bit.
I know, right? I need a house to buy. Can I finance it?
It's well secured.
Okay.
Any further discussion?
So do we need to redo this, or?
No, because
Okay.
I did, as of this date, I still had it just like it should have been.
Okay.
I was just noting that I thought that happened after
Okay.
this date.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else? Patrick? Thanks, Violet.
You're welcome.
We need a
Oh,
motion,
we
we
need
need
to
a
approve.
motion to approve it.
Have a motion?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion and second. Please call the roll.
Butler?
Yes.
Abernathy?
Yes.
Higginbottom?
Yes.
Sampson?
Yes.
Wagoner?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
North?
Yes.
Item number 4, consider approval of a resolution authorizing the authority to sponsor the Martin Luther King Day Parade.
Did you ever talk to Mary Rowe again, or?
I did not know. She gave me the insurance price from last year and advised that she thought it would be the same. It was $381. It'll be less than $400 for the insurance for the parade, which is basically the part that the authority is going to sponsor, is the insurance.
So I met with the Martin Luther King Foundation, Monday? When did we meet? Monday. And, so what we're looking at doing is purchasing the insurance and being a sponsor for them through the parade. We've spoken to Mary Rowe, which is, who they've used previously, and we're looking at between $380 and $400. Any discussion?
I make that motion that we pay for the insurance for MLK.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 5 is adjournment.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy, Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 7:11. Like to call the Wagner Public Works regular business meeting January 6th at 7:11.
Item number 1, consider approval of minutes December 2nd and 30th, 2024.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
Make that motion we approve.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 2, consider approval or denial of claims for December 2024 to include WPWA to include numbers 94 through 113, which are manual warrants, and Special Events Fund number 4.
I need to ask, on that $225,000, we got from Cherokee Nation for the Lincoln and wastewater, is that, what department would that be in? Water or park?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
What
The
do you do?
$225,000 that Cherokee donated to Lincoln, it had Lincoln and water for this, what department would that have went in?
I'm not
I only know the 25.
No, we got, it was 225, I think, in our agenda. I think it was October, November.
No, I only know of 25,000.
Well, maybe I need to look again.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking for it ever since, so I'll look
The
again.
25,000 is earmarked in the park department.
Yeah.
pickleball court?
No, it's for
no,
the
they-
pickleball court.
Yeah, they're giving us,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
signed the contract on that last.
yeah, but I just thought it was something else. Maybe that's might have been it.
Now,
That might have been it.
I don't know if you looked at a dollar amount. Now, I think that bathroom they're giving us is about 100,000.
Well, that bathroom was free. It wasn't even a deal. I mean, in our money thing. They given us the bathroom and the stickball, but then they gave us 25,000. But that 25,000, I might
What's
have
the
looked at it wrong.
stickball? I don't know what you're talking
It's,
about there.
okay, they want to put a stickball there, and I don't know what, it's an Indian tradition thing, I guess, but I don't know how you play it, but they asked me when they came, they gonna put the bathroom, and they asked me would it be okay to put stickball there, and I just said yes, because I don't know what it is, I never seen it, but I think it's.
We'd have to vote on that. I'm sure we wouldn't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
but We'd have to
Okay, yeah,
vote to approve
But they want to
that.
donate that, so, we didn't, they just said that when they came that day, so if there's something, then I need to get a hold of him and, make sure that he's doing that, but they was adamant about the stickball.
Well, that'd be perfectly fine. I don't think we'll have an issue with that.
I think it's just something you just
We have to
throw in
look
the air
and-
and hit or something. Don't get me wrong, I don't know. I don't know.
But I don't have a clue what you're talking about, 225.
Yeah, I gotta
think
look. I
you
might
need
have
to
looked at it
relook.
wrong.
I'm positive it's just 25, and
Yeah.
if what you're looking at, if they're a dollar amount, like I said, that bathroom may be included in what you're
No,
looking
I might have looked at it wrong. I have to look again. Put it down.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Well, yeah, because they got it ordered. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I just must have looked at it wrong.
Any further discussion? Entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 3 is the chairman's report.
I did that in the city. Thank you.
Item number 4, consider ending the probation period on the following employee and approve promotion to wastewater treatment plant supervisor or take other action. Wastewater treatment plant employee Brad Reeves.
Yeah, so Brad's done a great job for us. He has his Class Bs. Believe you'll continue to work for your Class As. So he has the appropriate licensing to run the plant. So I would like to make that recommendation.
So move.
What's the amount and
Yeah.
what's the
Yeah.
date?
Go ahead on that, Lori.
It'd be effective today, January 6, 2025, and the rate would be at $28.60 an hour, which is our.
I do have that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Our first scale on our pay rate scale, so,
It's 2860.
yes.
Further discussion? I have a motion and a second.
I'm sorry.
Larry made the motion. Jimmy seconded it, I believe.
I did.
Oh, Anthony.
Anthony, okay. Okay. Butler.
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 5, consider hiring Jordan Lancaster as shop supervisor or take other action.
So on this one right here, of course, I've seen stuff on Facebook. We hire people all the time before it goes to the council, with them knowing that the council can vote no still. That's just how we've previously operated. We interviewed several people for this position. I felt like this was the best candidate for the position. In 2 days, well, 3 now, I feel like he's done an amazing job. He's already found a program that we're going to look at budgeting into for, it's actually going to be an app. We had talked about this previously where we need something in our system that, hey, this truck is being flagged, it needs to be brought in for an oil change, or it's time for spark plugs, all these things like that. Jordan has already found that system, pretty happy with it. It's the same one he's worked with in the past. He's had his own shop. He's been a manager at other places. And so I strongly recommend hiring him, and it would be on January 2nd, 2025 at a pay rate of $26.84 an hour. Any discussion?
2674?
No, sir, $26.84.
I make a motion, we hire him, 2684, effective 1/2/25.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 6, consider accepting a bid and entering into a contract with Sandy Land Environmental LLC in the amount of $105,000 for water treatment plant residuals removal per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, consulting engineers, or take other action.
Council, December the 19th, we bid this project out. We had 5 contractors that checked out plans. We had 2 that elected to supply us with the bid. The low bid was from Sandyland for $105,000 even, and our recommendations toward them, the project. We have worked with them in the past, and they do a good job.
So this project will be cleaning out one of the ponds at the water plant. I believe we have 3, and this will be the one furthest to the north.
It is. Yes.
I don't even believe we've been using it. It's been so bad for.
It's full.
Since I've been in office.
Yeah, you cannot use it. It's plumb full of residuals.
Yeah. Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. Item number 7, consider approval of resolution number 2501, a resolution adopting budget amendments to the budget for the fiscal ending June 30th, 2025 to transfer funds from cash on hand to capital projects or take other action.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 8 is unscheduled public appearances.
There were none.
Item number 9 is departmental reports.
Eric, you want to go first?
Well, this month so far has been quiet. I don't want to say that too loud, but we've gone through a few different things with GRDA this month. We've gone through our UNARCO substation, trying to pick up some of our speed and accuracy with some of our breakers inside. We've gone through a few of breakers inside of our substation number 2 with infrared going through and looking for hot spots. Now we're just trying to pick up on some of the transient outages that we're having, and with the cold weather, obviously we're dealing with some connection issues and other things like that, and preparing for the real cold weather that's going to be coming to us in the next couple of months. Other than that, just getting by doing dailies. So that's it.
Thank you, Eric.
Jordan, you're up next.
I started last Thursday, so right now we're just trying to get everything ready and operational for the cold weather. Make sure everything operates and performs. That's all I got right now.
Anybody have anything? Appreciate it. Brad?
So this month, we've been focusing, we've been having our biomonitoring report, something we do quarterly. We just got our results back on that. We did excellent, exceeded everything. Just got our discharge monitoring report done for December. All our numbers look real good on that. Been keeping up with the return pumps, keeping them clean, and finally got caught up on the rainwater, and we got all 3 pumps online in the river pump house, so we've been doing good.
Anyone? Appreciate it, Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Joe?
As all you know, that we are working on a big project down here at Casper and, Church Street. Other than just everyday stuff, small water leaks and stuff, we are working very, very hard on trying to get that water killed where my guys can go in there and lower that water line. I know Thomas is, he's functioning at the mouth, ready to go. my guys has never worked on a project that big before. It's a big line. It's a big line. It's a big project. We've put in, we're trying to keep as many people in water as we possibly can for outages. We put 160 feet of water line in on North Casper to keep the courthouse and what I thought was going to be the police department and Ken Hicks's office and mainly, you know, there was one Kids Day Out was going to be the main one that was going to be without water. You know, it's probably going to be a 2-day deal. We dug up a valve on Friday, found out that it actually the water on North Casper comes in a different direction, and there's going to be more people without water than what I thought. So we study it every day. We dig up things. We kill water. We turn water on to see how the water is, you know, if it's killed enough to where I think it's safe enough for my guys to go in there and do it. I don't know that I'm there yet. You know, the cold weather has hit. You know, we haven't got to do anything. You know, biggest part of this week, we probably won't get to do much. But like I said, you know, we are working hard. I know that equipment hasn't moved down there. A lot of people knows it hasn't moved. But that line, that transite line that goes across there is a very brittle line. You dig around on it too much, you try to do too much, it will blow. It's like peanut brittle. It just explodes. But like I said, we are working hard on getting that project. We want that project done more than anybody. We want the streets back open. We do. The wastewater department has worked very hard with us. You know, I know most of y'all know that Jeff has retired. I don't know who's supposed to take over the wastewater department, but you know, those guys, they work every day, you know, on their project, everyday stuff, and you know, they work very hard with the water department because we are one down there. So, other than that, if y'all got any questions, I'd like to answer them.
Appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Item number 10 is adjournment.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 7:28.